Park. It's a 4-acre park in the central city. That's extremely rare. It's 4 times the size of Pioneer Square. It's 4 times the size of the other square block parks that we have on the west side. So it's a really tremendous opportunity. It's also got, as I think most of you know, huge problems in terms of public safety and vagrancy and drug trade and a lot of other things. So I think one of the challenges for us is thinking long term about this place in the context of a lot of change, hopefully, in the surrounding areas and what it kind of could be down here and how it can improve, and in particular how it can improve, not through doing things specifically, maybe some things to the park itself, but really what we would argue is the development conditions around it and the way that the city is facing this park and relating to it and using it in a local kind of way is the source of at least a good portion of its problems. So there's a hypothesis. The parking lot doesn't do anything good for the park. The mall is about the worst face of a mall that you can imagine to a public park. There's an entrance in there somewhere, but you got to go into the parking garage to even find it. And they know, this is a big problem. There are smaller moves that I think could be made to the mall to improve the transparency and improve the eyes of the park and improve the relationship. If they could redevelop the parking lot, which they're actually talking about, the way that it's based and related to the park, it could be mixed use, perhaps, and actually bring some residential to this area. That would be huge. The DoubleTree is really active. There's thousands of people coming and going from there every week. It's not doing much better on its relationship to the park, frankly, right now. A little bit, but we think there's probably some opportunities there as well. Really, the only sort of semi-decent side is the relatively new office building, but they have a chain link fence up, and that's pretty episodic use as well. So there's all kinds of challenges here, and it's really a wonderful asset that isn't being, we don't think, embraced fully in terms of the development around it and the use. The example I like to look at of the potential of this place is actually not far away. It's just across the river in Vancouver, Washington. And if you look at Esther Short Park, which is a 4-block park in the core there downtown, which 15, 20 years ago had most of the same problems that this park does. Had a lot of crime problems, a lot of vagrancy problems. They did do a lot of improvements to the park, but what they mainly did was they successfully redeveloped all the way around it. And the place is wonderful now. And really a lot of its problems have at least been mitigated substantially. So we anticipate that this conversation about this area and this park particularly is going to be a big point of the plan going forward, looking to 2035.